We're at the Pottsboro vacation home and we have a fun room reveal for you today. It's a brand new addition on this vacation home and it is the second primary suite. So follow me and I'll show you all of our favorite things in this room. Okay, in this room, we wanted it to feel luxurious. We wanted it to feel sexy. We also really wanted it to have a similar vibe to the original primary suite downstairs, which if you missed that video, it's the how to make your master bedroom look like a plush hotel. So make sure you watch that one and you can kind of see the differences between these two. In that room, we threw all of the color and the moodiness on the walls with the brown. And in this room, we threw the moodiness and the luxe in the draperies where we did a chocolate velvet, blackout of course, drapery from floor to ceiling on this awesome wall of windows that just floods in light. Because we have tons of light in here, we went really simple with the wall paint. And we just did white on the walls, the trim, and the ceiling. My favorite part in this room, and it is the first thing that I selected when we wanted to design the room, and that's this canopy bed. I've actually never put a canopy bed in a bedroom, and so I was really excited to do it in this one. I don't know why I never have before, but something to remember is it doesn't really matter how high your ceilings are. These are actually really low ceilings at 8 foot, and even me, I was a little nervous to put this in here, but I scaled it out and it actually works really well, and it makes the room feel taller than we had expected. So the canopy was the first thing we put in here, and it set the tone for the rest of the room. We wanted on the bed for it to just ooze luxe and other things that are luxe. So we wanted to pick materials that are incredibly soft. So with this duvet cover, it's got really nice texture, and it's kind of it's not velvet, but it feels velvet. I think it's just cotton, but we did a really heavy duvet insert just to make this seem incredibly thick. And then underneath it, it's called a sateen. It's a really nice sheen, soft material. We threw that on the quilt, and then we used the same quilt material for the shams as well, keeping it really simple. And then put this antelope bolster here, which I love this pattern. It's a little bit spicy for this house. It kind of matches more the casita, but we want to do something really fun in here as well. All right, carrying on just this theme of kind of neutral monochromatic. At the end of the bed, we put these two loungers. Fun fact, we actually have these loungers in my own house in the living room. We just have them in the cognac, and they are the single most comfortable chair, really the single most comfortable place to sit in our entire house. So I knew I really wanted to use them in this room. And then in the middle, we have this marble, really interesting architectural side piece that just kind of, I love symmetry. So it helps just create a nice symmetrical view from the end of the bed. This side of the room, we were thrown a curveball, which in my industry, curveballs are like a daily thing. But in the architectural drawings of this room, all the space planning, there was nothing in there that told us they weren't going to continue the HVAC system in here. And instead, we were surprised with this lovely wall AC unit. And then immediately after we saw it, we got a text from our client saying, "Oh my Lord, Brad, like what can you do to hide this eyesore?" With it being a wall AC unit, you're not really supposed to put anything in front of it. It also can drip water, and so we still wanted it to make sure that also the air can flow out of it. So what we did was we decided to build just a really big bookshelf. Super simple. I think they built it in like half a day. And then populate it with kind of just some tchotchkes. And the whole purpose behind all of these was your eye was going to be looking at all of this stuff, and it wasn't really going to be focusing on this eyesore of a wall unit. We wanted to put lots of books in there and just really interesting neutral colored pieces. All right, the last thing in this room that I really wanted to point out is the rug situation. So it's a really long room, Slightly unusual for a primary suite. It's because this room was actually converted from a previous deck, and so underneath this is the garage. So in order to kind of combine the two spaces, we used one rug to anchor the middle of the space in the bed area. And one of my favorite rug tricks is rug layering. And we like to pick an asymmetrical, we're in Texas, so let's be honest, honestly, it's some type of a cowhide rug, to throw it in the corner, and that really helps blend the two spaces together so that we don't have this just really open, kind of also boring space at the end of the bed. With this being the second primary suite, we did go ahead and pop on just a small bathroom. We wanted it to be really pretty, but more than anything, just functional, as this is kind of upstairs and tucked away in a corner. It's the only place that we actually put some color in this room. Everywhere else is monochromatic, but we put this really deep, kind of almost gray-green color on the cabinets. We used the same quartz countertop that we used throughout the rest of the home. And then we did a fun linear light on top, large mirror because we wanted to reflect the light of the windows coming on the other side because there's no windows in this bathroom. So really big mirrors help reflect light, and they help for all of us gals who are trying really hard to put on makeup. Over here, as you can see, we obviously don't have the shower glass. No idea when that's gonna come in. That's kind of par for the course. But on the shower base, we did this Calicut gold marble, and then we paired it with this really clean, kind of gray, what's called a soldier stack pattern on the tile. And what I love is the juxtaposition between the really classic marble shower pan with this really modern, sleek layout in this tile. So it kind of just flows nicely with the rest of the home, having the juxtaposition between the two styles. Thanks for following on this room reveal of this new secondary primary suite addition on our Pottsboro Lake House. Any questions, make sure you comment below. And fun fact about subscribing, I actually learned this only like 2 months ago. I thought if you subscribed on YouTube, you were gonna get flooded with all the spam. That's apparently not at all what it actually means. It means that you're gonna be notified every time we put new videos up. So make sure that you subscribe so that you are notified every time we put new videos up. So we will see you next time.